What are the top 5 ways to stay fat forever? Have you ever thought about that? No? The reason I'm framing it that way is because that's the way our brains work. Our brains are really good at scanning for threats and dangers and finding them. It's one of the strengths of the human brain to find problems. The human brain is much better at finding problems than finding solutions. So if you're trying to figure out a solution to something, try brainstorming the problems and then flip that in reverse and find the solution. That's how you can tap into your brain's strength. Instead of asking, what can I do to strengthen my marriage? Ask yourself, what are all the ways I could destroy my marriage? And then you do the exact opposite of that. So here are the top 5 ways to stay fat forever. Number 1, start tomorrow. That's actually the best way to stay fat forever. Don't worry about the consequences of your decisions today. Order the pizza, get the French fries. You can start making better choices tomorrow. Just live like you're a teenager with no concern for the consequences of your actions. Did you know that our brains actually don't fully develop until we're about 25 or 30, which is why teenagers often make bad decisions. Like they literally aren't mature enough to make good decisions. So if you're younger than 25, I will let you off the hook right now. But if you're not younger than 25, you need to realize that acting like your decisions don't have consequences is immature and irresponsible, and you can't live that way. Do you want the priority in your life to be pleasure and short-term gratification that like feels good in the moment, but ultimately shortens your life and decreases the quality of your life in so many ways? Or do you want to snap out of it and start making mature decisions? Before I share with you the second way to stay fat forever, I'd love to hear from you. So go to the comments below. Let me know if you're enjoying this video. If you're new to my channel, I want to say welcome. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I am on a mission to help 10,000 women over 40 learn how to shed the weight permanently and live the rest of their lives in their dream bodies. And if you want to know more about how I help women shift their identity and develop their self-discipline in a way that is effortless, this is what the Make This Your Year weight loss program is all about. So check out makethisyouryear.com for more details. Okay, number 2, tell yourself that your weight is not a big deal and you should just accept your body the way it is and just learn to live with it. Or it's not a big deal, so you just put forth a little bit of effort in your weight loss attempts. Like, oh, I'll just start walking, or I'll just like drink more water. The amount of effort you put into your goal needs to be proportional to the size of your goal. So if you're trying to lose 50 pounds or 100 pounds, you need to make this a priority in your life. You need to treat it like a big deal, because it is a big deal. That leads me to number 3. Number 3 is you just dip a toe in the water and try a little bit, like just put forth a little bit of effort, and then get discouraged when the scale doesn't show you the number you want and give up. Like you'll just say, oh, this isn't working. I guess it isn't for me. I guess I'll just stay fat forever. This is my body. Basically, you're letting your mindset be the reason you're going to stay fat forever. Number 4, blame your genetics, blame your circumstances, and complain about it. Like that's a really great way to stay fat forever. Just be a victim of your circumstances and go through life thinking you have no control over your body or your weight. You're just destined to stay this size forever because of your genetics or your age or your bad knees or whatever excuse you choose. Number 5, try to lose weight by reducing the amount of calories you eat, and then believe the lie that obesity is just a calorie imbalance. Just ignore the ridiculousness of this concept, because if obesity is caused by excess calories, could you eat 10,000 calories of broccoli and gain weight, or 10,000 calories of like avocados and green beans and asparagus? Like, think about it. So cabbage has 300 calories for the whole head. So if you ate like 10 heads of cabbage, would you gain weight? Of course not, because it's not about calories. It's about the quantity of food you eat. A little bit, but mostly it's about the quality. So a really good way to stay fat forever is just pretend your body's like a $9 calculator from the drugstore, and it will just tally up calories. And if you eat less, it will release weight and have no impact on your metabolism whatsoever. Okay, those are the top 5 ways to stay fat forever. And the mistakes that the 98% of people who fail at their weight loss attempts are making. And if you reverse them, what you have is a blueprint to avoid the pitfalls and mistakes that most people make, and you will succeed with weight loss. So instead of following those 5 rules for staying fat forever, let's reverse them. Number 1, start today. Do not wait for your ducks to be in a row, because they'll never get in a row. The time to start is now. Number 2, realize that being overweight is a big deal. It's shortening your life. It's contributing to your poor health. And the best thing you can do for your health is take that weight off. Number 3, commit to your plan. Go all in, put forth all the effort that you have, like demand the best from yourself, because the size of your effort has to be proportional to the size of your goal. So if your goal is to lose 50 pounds, 100 pounds, or maybe 120 pounds like me, those are big numbers, big goals. So your effort has to be big too. They say that the odds of losing as much weight as I did and going from obese to a normal weight is 677 to 1. That means if you have 677 obese women in the room with a BMI in the 40s, like mine was, the same number of women will have 11 fingers as will lose weight and get down to a normal weight, which is one in that room. And I don't even know anyone with 11 fingers. So my point is, at 677 to 1, the odds are very much against you. Like most people would not take that bet. And I'm not saying that for you to think you can't do it, because you absolutely can. I did it. All my clients have done it, or they're well on their way. I just keep working with them until they get there. I don't quit on them. But the reason I'm telling you that the odds are 677 to 1 is because I want you to understand that it's a big task. It's not something you can take lightly and just kind of sort of try to eat better. And we're all tempted to do this, aren't we? I'm trying to eat better. How many times have you said that? And how has it worked for you? And ask me how I know. Okay, number 4, do not blame your circumstances and be a victim. Take ownership of your lifestyle and the choices that you've made that have led you to where you are now. It's the only way you will ever have control and the ownership to do something about it. Because if you're just a victim of your circumstances, you have no control, you have no power, and there's no way out of that hole. But you're not a victim. You're in control of every decision you make. It's up to you. And number 5, realize that obesity is not a calorie imbalance, it's a hormone imbalance. And if your insulin's elevated, you'll store fat and not release any ever, no matter what you do. If your cortisol is high, you will store fat and not release any, no matter what you do. If your leptin is high, if your sex hormones are all out of whack, if your thyroid is not functioning, you get the point. Obesity is not a calorie imbalance, it's a hormone imbalance. So fix the hormone imbalances, and then your body will work with you and will start to release the weight and give you more energy, and you will feel like yourself again. And if I can help, if you'd like to learn how to finally shed those extra 50, 75, 100 stubborn pounds on your body, then book your free weight loss call with me. We'll talk about how I help women over 40 do exactly that. And we'll do it in a way without willpower. You can still enjoy all your favorite foods, and it will just become effortless. You will become effortlessly thin. Grab your free weight loss call with me now, and we'll dive into it. I'd love to talk to you about how I could help. So go to erinadri.com or click the link in the description. Choose a time in my schedule that works best for you. While you're at it, grab the free PDF that describes the 7 biggest mistakes people make in their weight loss and how to avoid them. There's a link in the description for that too. All right, let's go, ladies. I look forward to hearing about your success.